Struggling to come up with new ideas? You're not alone. But what if AI could be your ultimate creative partner? Get ready to supercharge your content. Let's go.
All right, today we're talking about what many are calling one of the biggest leaps forward for AI we've ever seen. OpenAI has pulled back the curtain on GPT-5. And let me tell you, this isn't just another upgrade. We're looking at a whole new way of working with artificial intelligence. So let's just dive right in.
And yeah, this quote from OpenAI's Sam Altman, it just nails it. It's the perfect way to think about this. You know, the journey with AI has been kind of like watching a student grow up. GPT-3 was like a smart high schooler. GPT-4o, maybe a sharp college student. But GPT-5? This is something else entirely. It's like having an on-demand, PhD-level expert at your beck and call.
So what does that actually mean, to have an expert in your pocket? Well, it means we're moving beyond just asking a question and getting an answer. We're stepping into a world of real, genuine collaboration. Okay, so the first big thing to wrap your head around with this new expert is its role as a creative co-pilot. And we're not just talking about spitting out text or churning out code. We're talking about doing it with a level of taste, of style, that feels, well, profoundly human.
This developer quote really gets to the heart of it all. Nothing is real until it's in people's hands. And that seems to be the real magic of GPT-5. Its uncanny ability to take a simple idea, just a thought, and turn it into something real, something tangible, faster than we ever thought possible.
Okay, check this out. In one demo, a user just casually asks for a beautiful, interactive app to help their partner learn French. And in minutes, literally minutes, GPT-5 doesn't just write a few lines of code. No, it builds a complete, working application from scratch. It scaffolds the whole project. It creates interactive quizzes, flashcards, and get this, it even builds a custom mouse and cheese version of the classic snake game, just to make learning fun. I mean, that's going from a single sentence to a fully functional product in a single go. But here's the real mind-bender, the thing developers keep pointing out. It's not just the technical skill, the what, it's the how. The model just seems to have this built-in sense of creativity and design. You know, an eye for good typography in an app, or an ear for finding the perfect words for a tough conversation. It has taste.
Let's look at a side-by-side. Someone asked both models to write a eulogy for older AIs. GPT-4o came back with something fine. You know, a bit generic. A bit like a template. But GPT-5, it wrote something with rhythm, something personal, and honestly, something that felt emotionally resonant. It got the nuance. It didn't feel like a machine wrote it. It felt real.
But this incredible new ability isn't just for building cool apps or writing better emails. As we're about to see, this kind of expert-level thinking is now being pointed at some of our biggest, hardest problems in science, in finance, and in healthcare. In the world of science, this is an absolute game changer. Listen to this immunologist, Dr. Daria Unutas. She explains how GPT-5 can look at complex data and basically predict which experiments are most likely to work. This could save her team weeks, sometimes even months of dead ends. This doesn't just make research faster, it could actually change the way we do science.
And the effect on big business is just as staggering. The massive bank BBVA found that a complex financial analysis, a task that would normally take a human analyst 3 weeks to complete, can now be done by GPT-5 in about 2 hours. Just think about that for a second. The sheer scale of that efficiency is incredible.
And this is where the tech becomes so deeply human. Carolina Mellon shared this powerful story. She got her cancer diagnosis in a dense, complex medical report, and in that moment of just pure panic and confusion, she uploaded it. And within seconds, GPT-5 translated all of that medical jargon into plain language she could actually understand. It gave her clarity, empowered her, and let her be a real partner in her own care.
So the big question is, how is any of this even possible? How does it actually work? Let's take a quick peek under the hood and look at some of the secret sauce that's making all of this happen. You're going to hear this word a lot when people talk about GPT-5, agentic. All it really means is that the AI can take initiative. It's not just waiting for your next command. It can actually create a plan, use different tools like searching the web or writing code, and work on its own to hit a bigger goal. The analogy here is perfect. It's the difference between a simple autocomplete and a real coworker. And you actually get to control how hard this new coworker thinks. There's a new control, basically a reasoning effort dial. For quick, simple stuff, you can turn it down for a fast answer. But for a really tough problem, you can crank it up to high effort. That tells the model to, pause and really think things through, giving you a much deeper, more accurate answer.
And for the developers out there, you're getting a whole new toolbox to play with. You can control how long or short the answers are. You can build your own custom tools for the AI to use. You can even restrict which tools it can access for safety and force the output into a perfect, specific format every single time. It's all about making this expert copilot easier to direct and more reliable for any job.
So what this all really points to is a brand new era of partnership between people and AI. The goal here isn't replacement. It's about augmenting our own abilities on a scale that we've just never seen before. This quote from a developer really gets to the heart of it. For decades, we've had to learn the computer's language, twisting ourselves into knots to communicate through code. But AI, and especially GPT-5, is finally flipping that around. It's making the computer adapt to us.
So, in the end, we're moving way beyond AI as just a question and answer box. GPT-5 is being introduced as something new, a tireless, hyper-competent partner, an expert collaborator that's ready to help you build, create, and discover whatever your challenge might be.
And that just leaves us with one last big question to chew on. For all of human history, really, access to expert knowledge has been one of the biggest things holding us back. If that barrier is actually starting to crumble, what does that make possible? If you really had a team of experts in your pocket, what's the first problem you would solve?